Yo, what up? It's your boy Raider. Today I'm going to teach you the art of re-rolling. So, what is re-rolling? It's basically you just start a new account and you try and have the best start possible. So, I have an example here of an account that I re-rolled. This one was like a couple days ago, and I got Alaz the Sunbearer. He's pretty sick. Uh, I think out of all the re-rolls I've done, I probably pulled like this is mythical number like 5 that I've done. And there's always like, good and bad times to reroll. So right now is a good time to reroll because they have the coalition event where you can get the primal shard. So anytime you can get a primal shard, that is the best time. It just so happens that they have a 2x right now. I didn't pull this on a 2x. You don't always have to pull it on a 2x. Just pulling the mythical or pulling the primal shards in general is always good. This one I didn't pull on a 2x. I have a couple accounts today that I can show you that I have rolled up, and we can see if we can get a mythical. But how do you do it? How do you reroll? The easiest way is if they give out a primal shard, right? Like if they had like some kind of thing up here to give you a primal. They did last year. They did the the Ludex R Tour thing, and they had a calendar, kind of like this. It was like an advent calendar thing, and then like somewhere in here, they gave a primal shard. So you would have to just log in on that day. It was some of the stuff was like you would get it no matter what. Like his fragments, you would get no matter what day you logged in. But to get the primal, you had to log in on one day. So you would have a bunch of accounts built up. You go through the tutorial, you have a bunch of accounts level 2, whatever. And then on that day, then you would just claim the primal and then you pull all the primals basically. The easiest one is if they give them out. Another thing that they'll do is like they'll have them on like a almost like a I don't know if chase is really a good way to do it, but it'll be in here like the what's it called, like it basically like you'll have 5 days or something, then on like the third day you'll get it. Typically like their anniversary stuff, so like the best time really is like when they do their anniversary, which is in like May or June. And especially for like the new accounts, like the main thing for the main thing for them, like the older players will be like they'll get a sacred, but the newer players will get a primal. When in reality, I'd rather have like for especially for rerolling, I'd rather have the primal than the sacred. The sacred doesn't really do much for me. If they're not giving out any primals, then you can always reroll. The way you'll do it though is like you won't do hard or brutal. You'll just go through normal. They have a thing on here. So you 3-star normal, you get a void shard from this, and then you get a void shard for beating the stage, right? So if you 3-star everything, if you beat the stage, you get 2 voids. If you wait one day, then they'll do a 2x on the voids. So the first 24 hours, you'll get 2x on sacreds. We don't care about the 2x on sacreds. Void champions are way better. You'll get a 2x on voids if you just wait one day. So you roll the account up, you leave it for a day, you do another account, you roll a couple different accounts, right? And then on the second day when you have the primals, then you pull them after 24 hours. Or not the primal, the void, sorry. But this is the account, this is going to be my new free-to-play. Sam the Raid Man has a free-to-play challenge, and so it took me 19 days, but I finally have an account that I like. I haven't pulled any shards other than the 2 primals that I did on the 2x. So this was an account I did through the campaign. Got the two voids. I pulled them. They were nothing. I got Bloodhorn, which is like a fusion. I think it's a Broadmaw one, and then I got her. So she's just gonna be a 5-star chicken. But I did that, and then I waited 7 days. On the 7th day of logging in, I got Ezio, when you get the Ezio, so the way to reroll right now is you go through the campaign on the first day, right? You wait 24 hours, you pull the voids on the second day. Hopefully you get a void legendary, maybe not. But then on the coalition event, what you're gonna do is you have the quest here. As soon as you get Ezio, then you have an easier chance like to get the primal. It's just a quicker way where you don't waste so much time. If you don't wait until you get Ezio, then you have to do all this stuff up here. It's just not worth it. The easiest way, which I'll show you on the other ones, is this. So let me get on the other ones. Actually, first on this account, they had a prism. I have one prism. We're gonna pull the prism and see what we get. If this will load. All right, so Sand Devil, you get a prism. The summon pool is closed, so it should automatically pull it for me. But we just did enough. I think I had to spend like 400 gems to get it done, which 400 gems, this is essentially like a sacred shard almost. So 400 gems for a sacred shard, I will take it. So we have the summon pool, we have a red dot. Fingers crossed. All right, Lady Quillen, she's a Mikage fusion, so it's not the end of the world. The pool wasn't that great, but we'll take it. So we got a Lady Quillen in the old inboxer. We shall take that. Now, let's go see if we can get a mythical on these other accounts. So typically when I do these, I'll create a bunch of accounts and they'll all, like, it doesn't have to be a real email, basically. It can be whatever you want it to be. So typically I stick with a theme, right? So like Ezio, Ezio at gmail.com. And then from there, I just go Ezio2 at gmail.com, Ezio3, Ezio4, Ezio5, Ezio, as many as I can do. So, dang it. You have the coalition. I have 755. As soon as it hit the 2 times multiplier, it just made everything so much easier. So if I go into the coalition and I go to quests, this is so easy. When you do the campaign on normal and you get all the way through to the last stage, you'll have this kill 72 champions done. I think there's a lot of nice revenant champs in the Hollowed Hills or whatever it's called, the Hollowed Halls. Then clear stage 7 on Dragon with Ezio, easy. Clear stage 5, you don't need Ezio. You could get that done before if you wanted to. Upgrade 6 epic or higher artifacts. The tricky part with this is you will get like the lifesteal from the Rector Draft pass. You'll be tempted to kind of like upgrade that to 16, but you get a lot of silver, but you may run out. So it's more, especially for re-rolling, you could even take like the 3-star epic stuff and roll it up to 16, and that'd be fine. Event dungeon level 5 with Ezio, easy, and then get Ezio, the easiest one. And then you'll probably have to do one of these. Right now it doesn't line up very good. Sometimes it'll be like spend 140 energy in a non-gear dungeon. Well, if you come down here, you do the Minotaur 5 times. You just do it 3 extra times, and then you already have it done, right? The other one was like spend 140 energy in the event dungeon. Well, I got to stage 5 in the event dungeon. I just have to do it 3 more times, and then I get the 750 points, and I get a primal shard. So we have the 2x primal, and let's let her rip. Something better than a Laz would be cool. All right. I have 6 of these, so we'll do 6, and we'll see what we get. 2x. A little lag. I thought we got it on the first one. Nothing there. All right, next one. Account number 2. Oh, shit. Oh! Damn. Yo. This is crazy. In the guide, I mean, dang, do I do the Alaz account or do I do a Joanne, baby? That's crazy. Dang, I really like her too. Honestly, I don't know like too much about her. I know a lot about like the other mythicals, yada yada. I think she's sick though. I mean, yeah, 4.7, 4.8. That's sick. Remove all debuffs. Increase attack, increase res, turn meter fail. That's really nice. Revive a single ally, 75 HP, unkillable. Instant turn on the revived ally. Increase all ally damage. Ooh. Against enemies whose resistance is lower than theirs. There are multiple champions on the team with a skill. Only one will activate. The skill will not activate on duplicate copies. Okay. Whenever an enemy is revived, instantly activates the Faith Restored skill on a random dead ally. If no allies are dead, instantly activates the Symbol of Hope skill instead. Dude, she looks dope. Very dope. And then her alternate form, aesthetically, looks badass. She's an attack on the second form. Attack all enemies. The attack deals single target damage to each target individually rather than AoE damage. Whenever this champion counterattacks, it increases the ignore defense effect of the skill. 5% stacks up to 25. Deals double damage when counterattacking. Attacks all enemies before attacking, steals 25% of the turn meter. This effect cannot be resisted. The damage inflicted by the skill increases by 35% against enemies whose resistance is lower than this champion. Then places a block damage buff for 2 turns. Ooh, that's nice. Attacks one enemy 3 times, ignore shield, block damage. Unkillable, will ignore 35 defense against targets whose resistance is lower than theirs. If this target is killed, has lower resistance than this champion, place a block revive debuff on them. Ooh. If the target isn't killed, grants an extra turn. That is pretty nasty. You need books for cooldowns on all of these. And that's not bad. It can get down to a 3 turn. 1 cooldown. Ooh, yeah, if you book this first form, at max use 4 books. That's not bad for a mythical. So we still got 4 more. This is sick. Oh man, what do I do? And yeah, the other account I just made alt accounts for it too. So this is nice. This is nice. Do I still have the dungeons? I think I lost. Yeah. The only downside is I don't have any of the dungeon keeps open, so it's gonna take longer to do the Arbiter missions. Luckily though, this opens on Sunday, so if I wanted to, I could probably spend like 200 gems on one if it goes out of order or whatever. Interesting. So, just a thought. Also, I forgot to mention, when you're rerolling, this account, for the fastest reroll I did Alice and Tholen. Not like ideal, but both of them are good for faction wars. So like Sacred Order faction will be really easy. Dwarves faction, I can clear like a lot of stages with it. And now Bannerlord, we're gonna clear a lot of stages, and then Sacred Order again. So they do pretty well in the Sacred Order, so I have Sacred Order kind of covered. But it's just more like quicker. I probably wish I would have done like a Tuhana Rock. These ones I was just really trying to speed through. So, all right, next account, number 3. Epic. So, if you don't have the patience to reroll and you just want epics, it's a good way to get epics too. But not the way I would do it. I'd be going for the mythicals. Number 4. Number 5. A dead. Last one. And it's a rare. So, I would say out of 6 of them, we were pretty lucky. I've re-rolled since the beginning, since New Year's. I've re-rolled 39 accounts. So 2 mythicals out of 39 accounts. You know, anybody can do it. You know, I can show you some other accounts as well. All right, so this is basically like my main account now, because when I re-rolled back last year, I am on, let me show you. With this account, I'm on day 264. I'm almost at 270, where I'm going to get my Visix. I'll probably make like I've recorded like so much of this account over the last year, but I haven't posted anything. But I'll probably make like a highlights of this account. This account is one of my favorite accounts. We have Toshiro. I started the account with a Toshiro, so just like the other accounts, I re-roll, I get a mythical, and then I take the account from there. So first champion, Toshiro. I got a Nut. I got Wixwell, Leo. Within like the first like 2 months, I had a Wixwell unkillable team, because, well, I used Toshiro at first with Wixwell, and it worked pretty well, but it was like a little inconsistent. But the consistency came from old Titus here. When I got Titus, like, it was just easy peasy. Ultra Nightmare Clan boss. But yeah, this account is really fun. Leo, this was when they did the Supreme Gaelic code, so I have a Supreme Gaelic. Yeah, it's just a really cool account, really fun account. I haven't even built Yuki Masa because I already did the faction, but I just thought he was a good champion to get. The old vault, we just got tons of legendaries. This account, like the luck on this account is insane. I'll show you one more. So this account, made a year ago, the same time that I had the Toshiro, that same day I pulled the Lazarius as well. So I got the Lazarius and the Supreme Gaelic. This account, I pretty much just will log into it every now and then. You get like a Mikey or something, get Lemonisi, it has just a little Kaimar chilling. I haven't really played it that much. I don't know, I got kind of wrapped up in the other one. I liked the Toshiro. I like Toshiro more because I thought he'd be more fun. And honestly, he was. And that account is insane. Lazarius is probably a better champion. Most of you would probably be like, oh my gosh, how did you not play the Lazarius one over the Toshiro? But I don't know, the Toshiro one was fun. Toshiro is a really cool champion. I use him everywhere on that account. Like, literally everywhere. He does everything. He's insane damage dealer. For most people, probably not like the best, but like when you're free to play and you know you only have one mythical, like, he's OP. But yeah, this account pretty cool. Yeah, I don't have very many subscribers, so please like and subscribe, and down in the comments if you want this account with the Lazarius, let me know. I'll give it to you. Or maybe I'll even give you like the Joanne or my Laz account, whichever one I don't want to play. So yeah, thanks. Catch you next one. Peace.